Thank you very much, Dean. There's been some very, very interesting topics here today, and as you can see right across the site, there's a lot happening in terms of lean and with the supply chain and sustainability. Now, the sustainability I would like to talk to you about is the basics of continuous improvement. How can we sustain that through our businesses? So it's a bit of a linking between the two and three things that are happening in the site today. Can I just get a quick show of hands? Is there people who are involved in the continuous improvement and have teams of people working continuous improvement within your businesses? Anybody that is involved, actually? And operational excellence, have we come across the term operational excellence and starting to work through operational excellence? So there's a couple of people who have been involved. So this presentation is going to be a short 20-minute presentation on where my experience has taken me through these two things and come together in terms of sustainability. So a bit of a background. I'm working with Brown's Food Group. It's a fairly large family business based in the UK. A lot of fairly big companies it's dealing with, Farm Foods, Iceland, Aldi. So it's a fairly large but family business who have decided they want to look at operational excellence and how they can channel that through their businesses. Just to give you a bit of a background about the business, they're into manufacturing sales, and that's their manufacturing sites. So you may have seen some of the products, the Halls product, Fenton Barnes, Food Pro, the lines. Also distribution sites, transport and logistics, and there's a strategic link into the board. So it's about direction, and it covers a lot of parts of the integrated business. But just to give you an idea, that's where we're coming from. So that's the last I'll be talking about, specifically the Brown's Food Group. But as a business, what do we tend to strive for? We tend to strive for excellence. We're looking at driving excellence in everything that we do and deliver to our customers. And that's exactly what it's about. It's about driving excellence within the organisation. What does it mean? And it's also delivering excellence to our customers. So it's all about understanding what we do and how we deliver that to our customers. From a manufacturing, from a recycling, from all the stuff we're talking about in the sustainability. So we really see all this coming together. In terms of, I would like to talk through a wee bit of the origins, because again, there's probably half a dozen hands been up, but really to give you a bit of a background, we've moved on from the kind of the scientific management stuff right through to the quality circles and Deming, into the supply chains through just in time. You've maybe come across and worked with these guys in terms of activity-based costing and the lean journey. So that tends to be the kind of typical CI, continuous improvement lean journey. But then we're talking about underpinning this by operational excellence. So this is where operational excellence fits into the bigger picture. And I see operational excellence as pulling all this stuff together and making it happen under a controlled and sustainable way. Because I've just been listening to one of the speakers in the Lean conference next door. Did they go to the Lean presentations next door? And what they're saying is anything between 50 and 90% of Lean programs do not yield benefits. So it's a crazy situation where everybody knows what we want to do, but we can't quite get that delivery. So that's a really scary statistic, because there's a lot of waste going into that if it's not been done properly. So that's quite an interesting fact. And what I want to do is give you some ideas on how this could be sustainable. So if we're looking at building a lean culture, basically we're looking at doing things that we're doing today better tomorrow. I mean, it's a very, very simple adage. So what we're looking at, the basic principles, we in the manufacturing and all business sectors look at safety as number one, quality conscious, delivery driven, and engaging with people. These are all the things that we're looking at, and of course cost aware. So if we pull all these things together, we can make it happen for the full part of the business. And we need to know where we're going. This is the journey of where we're going. So basically, the steps to CI, we'll be looking at operational stability and consistency, because if you don't have a standard good practice or a good platform to build on, you cannot build sustainability. In terms of supply chain integration, we have to look at our supply chain, look at how we move our products into and through the process, and indeed, as Dean has indicated, what we do with that residue, what we do with the stuff at the other end, because that is all part of the supply chain. Look at demand, look at new product implementation, and also operational transformation. These are the key things that drive business transformation. So we need to develop the vision. So I want to just take you quickly through what a vision of a standard manufacturing process would look like. In all business, we've got suppliers and customers with the end customer in mind. We've got customer-focused operation. What do customers want? What they really want is quality of product, on time and full delivery, matching changing demand, because our customers do and will always change their mind, at the right price. And that's up to the market and sales to pull all that together, and along with operations, deliver the product and work with the supply chains to achieve that through raw materials. So all that is pulled together with new products. So that, if we accept that as the model, a standard model for business, where do we implement a sustainable CI program? What we're looking to do is build CI into the sustainability process and standardise with working to and managing our processes. Looking at step one, basically, is setting up a standard for the business. When we're looking at step two, we're starting to work with the supply chains to make sure that we have a standardised supply chain. And step three, we're looking at the operational demand and matching our processes to fluctuating demands. So it's all about understanding where that works. In terms of the fourth opportunity is working with the new product development team to make sure that the products that we're developing are in line with the processes that we're capable of producing, and indeed what our customers and suppliers can provide. In terms of the larger transformations, what we're looking at is how do we change businesses that are not working, that are broken. So basically we're looking at major transformations. Now, if we understand these processes, we can then start to put them in order, because some of the businesses that I've been lucky enough to work with, if you like, have started in the wrong place. So they're starting at the wrong place, the wrong part of the spectrum. So if you have to get your processes in place first before you can standardise and move forward. In terms of, so what's operational excellence? Again, operational excellence is something that we want to pull this whole thing together with. Key elements of operational excellence, it's about organisational leadership, and it's driving every element of the business together against a common goal. A lot of the philosophies that we've come across recently and in the past have been built around the tools and techniques of Lean and Six Sigma. Again, can I maybe get an idea, are people in the audience been exposed to and maybe worked with some Lean practices and Six Sigma tools? Has anybody been involved with that? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 people. So again, the Lean tools and the Six Sigma tools are a set of tools within the toolkit. So it's all a part of the journey. However, operational excellence focuses beyond the traditional tools and techniques and the event-based processes and looks at sustainable change through culture and behaviour of that organisation. So it's embedding the change within the organisation by making things fit for purpose. I wanted to take you through some of the elements of operational excellence, again, to find out, is this something that you're doing? Is this something that you feel your organisations would benefit from? So the prime drivers of a business that's working towards operational excellence is organisational leadership. We need to have clear leadership. We need to have sustainable improvement. We have to have identified our key measures and performance indicators, performance measures. We need to look at long-term sustainable change rather than short-term quick fixes. And we need to look at the behaviours behind that. That's the culture and the behavioural change. Again, all to drive the sustainability of that process. And there are 10 key elements that I've been aware of and I've used within the process. We need to look at everyone in the organisation and understand that they have an input. We need to respect the individual within an organisation. We need to have our leadership and lead with humility, because basically we need to understand that the leaders do not have all the solutions to business processes and problems. Understand and seek perfection. Assure quality at the source. Think flow and pull. Think data. Focus on process. Think systematically and create a consistency of purpose. And that there will lead us to creating value for the customer. So these are the 10 things that I believe that are fundamental to building a good structure and a sustainable structure within the organisation. I'd like to hit you with a couple of sentences over each of these. In terms of the respect, we only succeed in the long term if we bring everyone along on this journey. Ideas and improvements in sustainability comes from our people. Again, it's a hard thing to grasp, but the people who are driving our organisations know how to run that. They just need to be given the chance to show. In terms of leadership with humility, why should managers and senior team leaders have all the good ideas all the time? That is a hard one too, because leaders feel as if they have to lead with ideas and change. We need to accept that robust changes come from involvement and engagement of all the organisation. Understanding and seeking perfection. We need to create a vision of what good looks like and drive the whole organisation towards achieving this. And we need to assure quality at source. The adage goods in or good in and good out is absolutely true. If we don't get the good product in, we cannot get good outputs. Good information in, good outputs. So basically it's about understanding why that is important to the sustainability of the business. In terms of thinking pull and flow, the JIT concept, building on the origin of just in time, we need the concepts to drive this forward. And if we don't do it in that way, we're going at risk. And we need to think about data. There's a number of organisations here today that provide us with that management data. So good data is absolutely key to driving the efficiency of our processes and understanding where we are. But bad data can be a soul destroyer. It can waste so much time taking you down the wrong path. So we can't get a sustainable process if we have bad data. In terms of focus and process, we need to define and map out our key processes from end to end, from start to finish. So that takes in all of the processes we've talked about today. And again, the example of, if you were here earlier today, about the yoghurt manufacturer over in Ireland, absolutely fantastic small company looking at the end-to-end process, including customers. Think systematically. Having a systematic way of doing things is absolutely essential. If we don't have a standard, we cannot move forward to a better standard. In terms of creating consistency of purpose, we need to build this vision that the whole organisation is working towards. So we need to tie leadership into our organisational teams and make that the focus of the business. And we need to create value for the customer. Creating value for the customer is about understanding what our customers need, what our customers want, and what our customers are willing to pay for. So basically, some of the lean principles involved in this would be mapping out the process using value stream maps, identifying opportunities related to business demand, the VOC, voice of the process, voice of the customer. We've got the whole DMAIC process through from lean. We've got the application of lean thinking through the identification of waste, elimination of waste, developing and implementing the standard. Clear engaging with the business and operation and root cause analysis. So all of these are the tools that you'll hear. And if you go to some of the lean presentations, they will talk about overall OE, SMED, TPM, JIT, pool systems, CPK and CP, all these things about managing variation. So again, these are all the tools and techniques to drive operational efficiency, to drive sustainability within a process. So a very, very quick overview of where I believe sustainability can help businesses move forward. So I see this as a bit of a link between the three, from sustainable processes to lean in productivity and supply chain. So it's a bit of a pulling together, because we cannot do this without our people and we cannot do it without a vision. So I think I'd just like to leave it at that and maybe open for questions or even speak to me later. Any questions? I hope this helps you think about your sustainability piece in a slightly different light. So thank you very much.